Hello there, welcome back to my bench once again. Hugh here. In this tutorial I'm going to tie you a caddis fly. It's simply called the peacock caddis. It's a very effective caddis pattern, so I figured I'd tie this one up for you today. So I'll get the hook out of the vise, a fresh guy in, and we'll get started here. For the hook I'm using a daiichi 1530 size 12. So get him locked in the vise, just like so here. There we go. Okay, and our thread today I'm using Vivus 14/0 black. So I want to start my thread about 3 hook eye lengths behind the eye, or a little more. Then we're going to wrap back, touching wraps, back to above our barb here. Snip off that tag end. We're going to work our way back. Right there's good. Now I got 5 strands of peacock herl for the body, and I've already got those lined up here. I just gotta snip off the brittle ends here. There we go. And we're gonna tie them right in on top of our hook here. Couple wraps, and we're gonna wrap those back to where we want to end our body at. So that's right there. Then we're gonna come back. Just snug those down good with several good wraps. Now we're going to form a loop so I can make my peacock rope that I always use here. So we're going to come back, a couple wraps around the base of that loop, and then work back towards your peacock herl. I'm going to get that right in front here. There we go. Now we're going to wrap back to where our tie-off point will be right there. So next thing I'm going to do, let's throw in a half hitch here, just like so. There we go. Now before I wrap our peacock rope, I'm going to take a little bit of head cement, go right along those thread wraps for make it more durable. Let that soak in a sec. Okay. Our next step is to take our peacock herl and thread loop together. Grab your hackle pliers, and we're going to twist this guy up here. Now we're going to begin to wrap our body here. Take one wrap right over the barb, and then we're going to snug that, make sure it's good and snug. Keep twisting your rope here. Now we're going to continue to wrap our body here. Just one wrap right in front of the other, just like so. Spin that a little more. Okay, I'm going to come up and I'm going to tie off right there. Couple wraps behind. And we're going to go in front, wrap back on that to lock it in place. Just like so here. Snip off the excess. There we go, there's our peacock body. Just going to make a few more wraps back to make sure that's locked in good. Okay, make a few wraps forward, cover that with thread, make a little thread base before we attach our wing. There we go, there's our peacock body. Next, our wing, elk hair, tan colored elk hair for the wing. I've already got some in the stacker here. I'm just going to even it up. Okay, just like so. There we go. And we're going to bring our wing in here. Make sure those are good and even. Okay, now I want that wing to come back to the bend of the hook or hair past. So I'm going to bring that in. Going to measure that. Going to trim. Okay, now I'm going to bring those down on top of the hook. I'm going to bring a soft loop over them. Then one more soft looped. Then I'm going to come down a little snug. Couple more wraps, and then I'm going to wrap through the butt ends of that. Wrap those right through the butt ends of your elk hair, just like so, then bind them down. Several snug wraps, just like so. There we go. There's our wing. I can come back on that a little bit here. Soft loops. Okay, then wrap forward. Bind those butt ends down good. If you see a couple hairs you don't like, you can always snip them out. I got a couple here I don't like, so I'm just going to give them a little pull. There we go. Okay, there's our wing. Now we're going to be ready to attach our hackles here. And our hackle is a grizzly and brown mixed together. I already got these prepared, and I got them stripped on the end, ready to prepare to. Got them prepared to attach. So we'll get these attached in here. Okay, we want to take those and put them right in front of your wing, with the dull side facing back, just like so here. There we go. Wrap those in. Then we're going to wrap those forward, several snug wraps, like so. Then we're going to clip up our hackle stems here. A few more wraps, secure them in good before we wrap, and come back to the eye. Okay, just like so. Okay, now before I wrap, I'm going to take another little shot of head cement here on the thread wraps. Let that soak in. Okay, I got a little too much on that time. There we go. Now we're going to begin to wrap our hackle. So we're going to take the grizzly first. We're going to come down. Our first wrap we want right in front of our wing, so we'll place that, and then the next wrap, just keep wrapping forward. Now I'm going to grab my hackle pliers, grab onto that, and we're going to start wrapping forward, right to our eye of our hook here. One wrap right in front of the other. Just like so. Okay, that should be fine. And we're going to tie this guy off. We're going to do a couple wraps behind, like so. And then we're going to come in and wrap back, lock that guy in place. And we're going to come in with our scissors, snip off that hackle tip. And if you got a couple fibers that are trapped down, just come in and snip those off. Just like so. Make a couple wraps, lock that down good. Okay, now we're ready to attach our brown hackle. So we'll take that, same process, we'll come down. First wrap is going to be right in front of our wing. And I want to wiggle this hackle back and forth so it doesn't trap down any of the preceding grizzly hackles. So we just want to wiggle that guy back and forth like so. There we go. And he won't trap down on your grizzly. Okay, I'm going to grab him with the hackle pliers now. Just like so here. We're going to keep wrapping him forward. Just like we did the grizzly. Till we get to the tie-off point, which is right here. And we're going to come in. A couple wraps behind on that guy. Then we're going to come in and wrap back on him. A couple wraps. Come in with our hackle or our scissors, and we're going to snip that tip off here. Just like so. And any trapped fibers, snip them off. Just like so. I got a couple here I want to get on this side. Okay, now we're going to start to form our head here. Just pull those hackle fibers back out of your way. Just take your fingers and pull them back. Start to form your small head here on your fly. Okay, that should be good right there. Okay, next I'm going to come in with a half hitch. Throw in a couple half hitches here. Just like so. We're going to come in, give that a half hitch, and one more. There we go. Now we'll come in with our whip finisher here. And do a 4 to 5 turn whip finish. And our caddis will be done. Okay, we want to give 1, 2, we'll go move those out of the way here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll throw one more in there. Come down. Snug that in. Snug the thread up good. Come in and snip off the excess. There we go. Okay, just check it out here. Make sure everything looks good to you. Let's look around here. Looks good. Okay. Just make sure my hackle's the way I want it. There we go. There is another peacock caddis. Very simple caddis pattern, but also effective as well. So we'll come in with a little drop of head cement here on the thread wraps. Let that soak in good. Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't have any head cement in the eye of that, so I'm going to take a piece of peacock herl I got laying here and I'm going to run that through the eye. At least I'm going to try. Just to make sure there's nothing in the eye. There we go. So, that is another peacock caddis. And like always, I want to thank you for watching my tutorials. And if you want to see more in the future that I'm going to be tying, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And throw in a like as well if you wish. And until next time, this is Hugh. And I want you to have happy tying, and I'll see you again soon. So long, folks.